Thanks for sharing your Sunday with me today. I'm JB Bryan, President and Chief Investment Officer at JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics. And this is Let's Talk Business. And today is about, can you pass the test? Do you have what it takes to do what I've done for the last over 20 years? Yes, indeed, entrepreneurship is no joke. Do you have what it takes? Well, that's something for you to ponder. This webinar, I hope that all of you will be encouraged to get in the webinar, and thank you. Make sure you ask me any questions as we're going along, because there's someone else who will probably benefit from your question. Because if you're all about business, we got to hang in there. We got to support each other. We got to help each other through this stuff, because it is indeed most of the time a lonely road trying to follow your dream of entrepreneurship. When you check out some of these questions, you'll know exactly why. Can you pass the test? So a big question that I want to see, like, do you need instructions? Like, will you not do something unless you're specifically told what to do and how to do it? There's this book, and I forgot, but I don't know, I just thought about that. And it was talking about how with most people, I wish I remembered the name of it, that if you told them what to do, they will automatically ask you how. Like it was a task to go and find this particular person. Like say it's the president of the United States, and he says to the general, I want you to go out and find Commander blah, 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 blah. And he's at war. He's out there with the troops. Find him. And they said that overwhelming majority of people will say, well, where do you think he is? Or how do you think, or who should I call? Or, where was he last, or whatever. They're going to ask you. They're not just going to go and get it done. So are you the type of person who, if someone asks you to do a task, you're going to have to get some help and instructions on something? Or will you just go on and say, okay, that's my task? Because if they knew these answers, they would have done it themselves, right? So entrepreneurs know that they're going to go ahead and do it. They don't have to have all the instructions. All we have to do is this is what needs to be done. It's my task to figure out how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to find out. I'm not going to cause any more problems for that person that's asked me for help with this. And I'm definitely not going to, if they've asked you directly to do it, then you've got to be the leader. You've got to be the ultimately responsible for getting that answer, getting that project done. Do you need instructions, or are you going to get it done? A second question is, are you afraid of the unknown? Related, but are you willing to not know? Like I had a friend that was out of work. And I said, as an entrepreneur, basically every day I start off unemployed. My task every day is to develop a relationship with a new person that needs assistance with their financial goals, with doing insurance, or with doing investments, or figuring out maximizing their return, getting answers financially. And that I don't know if I'm going to meet that person a day or not. But as entrepreneurs, we're actually waking up every day unemployed, looking for that next project, looking for that next thing. And I know there's some people who their entire business is based on getting contracts with a government entity that might last for, but the overwhelming majority of entrepreneurs, even those people, that contract does come to an end. So they're faced with the challenge of, we all need to be making sure that we diversify your forms of income and go out there and get more and more customers every day. Not just some days, not just in this particular season, or this season is when I get a lot of business. In that off season, and what we do in off season is what creates how you live in season, right? Because if you're not working during off season, there is no in season. You got to be at it. So are you afraid of the unknown? And then a third question is, what is your money mindset? What is your money mindset? How do you see money? Somebody said, wake up. Yes, indeed. Dr. Williams, wake up. Every morning unemployed. That is profound. Thank you for that. Yeah, my brother, but you don't have to worry about that. Yes, indeed. You are extremely talented. Thank you. But that is the life. But look, whatever it is, you get to the level of he did academically. That takes a lot of effort. What it is to make that possible. You've got to handle yourself as an enterprise, no matter what you choose to do. When it comes down to actually expanding in that and being a superstar in that, you're carrying yourself as an entrepreneur, no matter your own business or no matter where you work. When people have good employees, the superstars have that entrepreneur mindset. So what's your money mindset? What is your money mindset? Do you invest or spend? See, an entrepreneur has to realize that our every dollar has to be an investment. This weekend I was working on setting up a faith-based financial empowerment initiative. I did the work. I literally Friday night stayed up till 4:00 in the morning because it was in me and I had to get out. And I was like, if I stop, I was 4 hours late. And somebody inboxed me, it popped up on my, said, wow, you're up early too. I was like, oh my goodness. That is an entrepreneur. I mean, I was on fire. But when God gives you that idea, that motivation, you gotta go. What God says it is on. So what is your money mindset? Every dollar that I spent on that, I knew was an investment in my purpose. But at the same time, there were people out there spending money on Friday night and Saturday night. They weren't investing it, they were wasting it. So that's the difference between an entrepreneur mindset. We spend money, but we spend it on investing in things that will create income now and later, right? Yes, indeed. So what's your money mindset? I'm not saying that a good entrepreneur is afraid to spend money, because they're not. That will put you out of business, being afraid to make investments in things that are going to take you to the next level, grow your business. There's no such thing in business about maintaining. You have to constantly be on the grow. Maintaining means you're not expanding. That means you're going out of business, because you've got to be growing in order to keep up with the cost of living. Just like people who work somewhere, they want a cost of living raise. At least they switch their job sometime to increase their income. Entrepreneurs, we got to think that same way. We got to grow. That means investing in what we're doing, in ourselves. So spending money and spending it wisely. If you're afraid of spending money, then entrepreneurship might not be your best choice. And then fourth point, are you comfortable flying blind? Are you comfortable like knowing you're in the middle of the air, but your eyes are completely closed, basically? We don't know where we're going. We don't know where we're going, but we don't know. And we know where we want to be, you know what I'm saying? But you're basically not just walking blind. You're not. When you're an entrepreneur at your best point, you know you're flying blind. And the biggest joy of it is that when it works out for you, and you can make it work out for you. You can make it work out for you. You know you're blind, but you still can be strategic. You know what I'm saying? You can see this is a plan. You're looking, you're going, you know it, you're familiar with it, you know, and you're going on in, and you can you're so good at what you're doing, even though you can't see, you can already visualize unexpected things that may come up because of your experience and how intuitive you are and how in tune you are with what you've got to do in order to get where you got to go and to take care of the people who need your assistance. So, are you comfortable with flying blind? If you're not, and you got to know exactly what's going to happen next, maybe it's not for you. Do you fear commitment? So do you fear commitment? Do you fear the fact that you may have to do the same thing day in and day out, over and over? Yes, indeed. Do you fear the fact that you have to be like just on top of it every day? Like you're not going to have like those days where people that work somewhere just say, wow, I just went into work, but I did absolutely nothing. You ever go in a business, you walk in and the people are just standing over there talking. They don't even say anything to the customer. And I'm just like feeling sorry, kind of crying for the owner and the shareholders, everybody. Because if you walk in a company, you own stock in that company, and their employees are not on point, which I have said to businesses before, I own stock in this company, and I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling it. We have to realize that you're robbing people if you work somewhere, or if you have somebody that's working for you and they're not doing what they have to do, because you as an entrepreneur, you got to be on it. I remember I started on my first website like over 20 years ago. There's a company that set up websites for financial advisors, and I showed them how I set up my website, and then they set up a template and started doing things. But they weren't even doing websites. I did my website before they did websites. And I was like, oh my God, and it was thousands of dollars, right? There was no template back there. So now the templates were hot, but now it's about having one that you design yourself, right? Now it's like, nobody wants the template. Look, it's funny. It's funny things, but you got to be on top of it. So when I first set it up, I remember just kind of like, oh, it's there, right? You would just set up a website so you could tell people that you have one. Nobody went to it. Now you have to have it. You better maintain it. It better be updated. It better look different. It better be exciting. It better have more and more information. You have to be on it day in and day out with a same and different unexpected tasks also. Can you take it? Can you take it? And then my final question is, what it says, how to always, I can't even understand my own writing. Look, have you always been that one? Were you that kid? I was that kid. I was that kid always organizing people. I was a kid that was leading the sales for Girl Scout Troop. I was that kid that was asking the other kid that was older, could I deliver papers for him sometime so that I could make some money to have my own. I was that kid that was getting stuff delivered to the house and my mom was rejecting it. I was trying to do a fair in the backyard and I wanted to make money. I was that kid. Have you always been that kid? It's funny because most entrepreneurs have always been that kid. Now, I also know that the difference with me now and then is that back then, I tried to do everything. I have learned now, I do everything, but I have to do everything in my focused area of purpose for me. So we got our energy, but I'm telling you, you maximize your energy by learning as an entrepreneur that is that kid, that was that kid, that the importance of taking all that energy and putting it into your purpose, your business, your vision for what your dream is. So don't forget about the Black Business Summit, November 12th. Don't forget about actually joining AfroEconomics. I have the Entrepreneurship membership. It is vital. I believe it's vital to your financial success, business success. Look, I just added the Shark Tank game to the blackbusinesssummit.com. The blackbusinesssummit.com. Make sure you put because blackbusinesssummit.com is just sitting there. Somebody's just holding on to the website. But the blackbusinesssummit.com will get you right to the event, or go to AfroEconomics.com and click events and go in there and get the information on the summit. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to start at 10 a.m. until going to commit that Saturday to the Black Business Summit. That's Sunday. That's Sunday, November 12th. We're going to do it all day. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get empowered. We're going to get some information. We're going to do what we got to do as entrepreneurs to take it to the next level. I'm JB Bryan, President and Chief Investment Officer at JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics. And don't look, that was a nice thing. Don't forget, check out gnworship.org, the faith-based initiative that I was working on. I was telling y'all about. Like it's coming together, but it's very important to me. I believe that it has a lot of people that it can help. That it's about faith-based financial empowerment. Have a great day, and thank you. And I will be back next Sunday and Wednesday and any day in between. Let's stay empowered.